Bug Inc. Let's go live on the TikTok side as well. There we go. There we are. Hello, YouTube side. How are all you lovelies doing? And we got Donna. We've got Tanya. Elise. Hello there. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Sue. Elizabeth. Chelsea. Crystal. Being cheeky with the whole second year celebration. Top secretness there. Alex. Bayfox. Michelle. Heather. Hello. Beyond. Moon Bunny. Ailitz. Belinda. Hello, everybody. QOD today. Favorite Olympic sport? What is it? What is your favorite? Quinn, you actually got the notification this time? Heck yeah. Nice. Letitia, hello. CMDR Squish Face. Just so happy. You can pause the Wednesday live now. Trying to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that is a big benefit of the YouTube side, huh? Hello, Donna. Tanya. Oh, diving and gymnastics. Swimming, diving, gymnastics, Quinn. We've got the TikTok side fired up now too. Caden Thunder is in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hamilton Shepherd, hello there. Kayla, Amber, Pug Tatty's there. Pink. Melissa B says gymnastics. Thank you all for the shares and likes here. Please don't forget to like and share the stream whenever you jump in. What's up, Sergeant Mag? Good to see you. Jenny Marie says gymnastics. Jenny Rorden says gymnastics and diving. What's the LOL for? Kayla, thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate it. You can't sat. You wish this was a sport? Honey Bear? Not sure that I understand. Dylan Sprague, hello there. AA Ash. Equestrian. Nice. Did you know that breakdancing is an Olympic sport now? They call it breaking, but breakdancing. Yeah, it's an Olympic sport. I will not be participating this year, alas. My 42-year-old ass doesn't move like that. Gemma. Thanks for the share. Greatly appreciate that. Jamie Brimer with the share there as well. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Figure skating, Blue-Eyed Fabulous. Do they do that in Summer Olympics? Is it just summer stuff? What's up, Ellen? Christina, gymnastics, swimming is fun too, though. Ben, kayak, cross racing. There's so much stuff that's part of the Olympics now that I have not seen be a part of the Olympics. It's been a long time since I've watched the Olympics too, though. I'm not going to lie. Google Queen Cat, I suddenly came on and frightened you. Boo. What's up, Hannah Louise, Kellyanne? Rhythmic gymnastics. Gymnastics is pretty stinking cool. They do some amazing stuff. Like stuff that the freaking human body is just like, how does that happen? Candy Thunder says gymnastics and swimming. Are you actually going to watch it? What's that? You're going to watch them? So we got to figure out when they're happening. We're gonna record it so we can watch it whenever we're caught up on House of the Dragon and Love Island. We're like 6 episodes in on Love Island right now. My brain is just spinning. Susan, Simone Biles, there you go. Cat high diving, nice. Caden Thunder skateboarding, is that a thing now too? Nice, that's awesome. Remember the X Games? The X Game was like skateboarding. It was BMX. It was all the stuff that is now part of the Olympics. It's wild. Simone is amazing. Not that Ellen. Yeah. Mizumi. Anyone else been having issues with the chat area loading on YouTube? Struggle to get into the chat because it never shows up for you. You might check when you jump into chat. There might be a drop down up top that either says like live chat or top chat or something like that. Make sure it's set to live chat so you see all chat and not just some of the chat. I had to do that. Annie, hey, what the skateboarders can do is amazing. Agreed. Raya, where can you watch it? Love Island. You need to get back into it. We're watching on Peacock. Yep, it's on Peacock. Amber, archery and target shooting. There you go. There you go. Swimming. Was swimming team on team at 10. Oh, nice, Honey Bear. Very cool. I never did that. Gymnastics for Mama Kitty there. Watch YouTube on the computer. That is much better than on the app. Ellen, yeah. I would agree. Alex, you had that issue on YouTube as well? Well, damn. I've never watched it on the app, so I don't know. Haunted Gal dropping 630 bolts there. Heck yeah. Carrie Riggin, Krista Museum Girl, Jerry Lee go fourth. Carrie again there. Opal, Amaldine Shepherd, Jenny Rarden. Also, Beyond and Dr. Sweets were our winners from Sunday for our top gifters on the platform. So they are going to receive something from us while we're on vacation next week. Some kind of special something from the beach. Amaldine Shepard, Jenny Rorden, Andromeda Amber, Susan R.S., Anna Hartman dropping 2 hundo, Jerry Lee go forth, Pink, Christian Museum Girl, Minions Den, Anna Hartman, thank you so much. Amaldine Shepard, Kayla, Christian Museum Girl, Fairy. We do have a goal of 4K bolts to get Caden Thunder up here to get us started. Let me pin that real quick if it's not pinned already. Pinned. Pinned you again. Jenny, YouTube TV lets their subscribers set which sport you want to watch, and they'll record those just for you. It's awesome. We have YouTube TV. We're doing that. That is brilliant. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mizumi, that's wild. Any live you go to, the chat doesn't show at all, besides the outline of where it sits. Surely it's not set to like members only or something, but you see our chat? Are you on mobile right now or are you on a PC? Victoria, those events don't air in the US. Why? Park, yep, we just started. Just started. You have YouTube Premium, Kitty Cat Queen? Best day of the week, Mama Gov, Thunder Day. There you go. Oh, you're running a case study. That's fun. That sounds like a really good time. What's up, Swish? Mama Bird the third, Pam E. Hello. Getting back from a painful root canal. I hope you are healthily drugged up. Hey, Swish, thanks for the share. Diana Galvin, thanks for the share there as well. Greatly appreciate that. Rugby Sevens, yeah. New Zealand won their game. I thought it didn't start till Friday. Are they already doing Olympic events? Or was it this past Friday? I don't know. I've seen more content about the sleeping quarters Olympians have being like the cardboard beds. I've seen more about that than I have about the actual games or sports. Amy, Nicole B, Swish, Orica Moon, Pam E. Thanks so much for the shares. Greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to share and like the stream as you pop in. Help us get in front of new people. We are in front of 950 right now on the TikTok side. We've got Cause Gelatisha X with the team bracelets and the best team. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Ann Hoddockson, Myra Catalina, Mama Joe, Cicely, Ginger Holly, Shorty Lynn just became a member of the Gosh Heck It fam. Welcome. Glad to have you. Brandon Bernardi dropping 50. Jenny Rorden dropping 106 of the bolts there. Denise dropping 4. Jill, Just Mags, Myra Catalina, thanks so much. Greatly appreciate the love there. Let's go ahead and get started. At least you came over to the YouTube side because you have no issues here. I hear you. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Coming up, we have stories about food ordering anxiety, delivery driver debacles, new car debates, passive-aggressive gift giving, driver's license drama, unhappy marriages, friendship drama, a cake story, a best of Redditor update story, and a spicy story. Heck yes. First goal today, of course, is 4K bolts to get Candy Thunder up here to get us started. We are multi-streaming today. We're on both TikTok and YouTube. Hello to all of you. Joining in on the YouTube side today for your first time on a Wednesday. We are doing this every Wednesday, at least for the foreseeable future, except for next week. Next week we'll be on vacation. Yeah. Next week is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be in Florida. And instead of Sunday night stream, we have a Saturday night stream coming up. This next stream will be Saturday night. So just a heads up for all of you. I will schedule that. Let me make myself a note. I'm going to schedule that on YouTube so that way it shows up as something that you can actually go ahead and be prepared for. Schedule Saturday stream. Done. Got it. Okay. Make sure you are subscribed on the YouTube side if you're not already to stay up to date and to get all of the latest content. Again, on the TikTok side, we only post a little tiny bit of what we record. Everything gets posted on the YouTube side, at least 2 to 3 posts per day. Remember, it is free to subscribe on the YouTube side if you're not already. We would be greatly appreciative. Is that a word? Appreciative? Yeah. Of you hitting that subscribe button. Thank you. We will be giving prizes away today. with Wheel of Thunder. Wheel of Thunder will happen. We'll spin in the VIP. By the way, we are going to attempt to do the VIP stream after the public stream today and push that to both the members, the VIP members on TikTok and the VIP members on the YouTube side. We're going to attempt it for the first time. We'll see how it goes. Wheel of Thunder is going to be spun there. We're the top 10 gifters from the stream today, as well as 2 new members of our VIP group and 2 existing members of the VIP group will be on the wheel, and we'll spin for some fun stuff. A reminder, keep chat positive and respectful today. Everybody, of course, is allowed to have their own opinion, and we're not all going to agree, but it costs absolutely nothing to be a DFHB, a decent frickin' human being. So do that, and you'll be fine. Don't spoil. Spoilers will be muted and eventually booted from the live. Also, just, a-holes. If you come on and you're trying to stir up trouble, you will be muted and eventually booted, so just don't do it. We are going to be playing the story game again today. We will read the title. We'll have a poll that goes up on the TikTok side. I have not yet got it figured out how to do that easily on the YouTube side, so mods, if somebody is able to do that, great. If not, YouTube side, please comment with your vote for how big of an astronaut you think the author is, or whatever the question poses there, and throw in the first super down on the YouTube side. Thank you so much for that. With the bravo. Thank you. It will be a 1-minute poll after reading each title where you can cast your vote, and then we'll see where the story takes us. Get out your brooms. Let's do this. We'll get some music rocking for just a second here before we dive in. We are at 2324 out of the 4K bolts right now. And you're on both? There you go. Jolinda, Ricky G, Mama Zura, Akasha, Jenny Riordan, Sham loves to read. Thanks so much for the love. Tasha, see you there as well. Ricky G, Jerry Lee, Amaldine, Pam E, Tasha, Ricky G again there. Cuz, I was gonna say cuz Gelaticia X, Jolinda, Pam E, Ricky G, Slippers at the bar. Good to see you. Jenny Lee, Tasha, Jenny Riordan, Jolinda again there. Tasha, thanks so much. Amanda, see you there as well. Dropping some bolts. We are getting close. 2520 out of the 4K bolt go. Let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. Okay, let's do it. Hello there, it is Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one comes from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Am I the astronaut for letting my daughter be hungry and not ordering for her at a fast food place? Okay, let's do the poll. Let's do the poll based on title alone. How big of an astronaut or how severe of an astronaut do you think OP is here? Question again was, am I the astronaut for letting my daughter be hungry and not ordering for her at a fast food place? So, assumptions at this point. Not ordering for her is the reason for her being hungry. I'm guessing OP/parent is trying to teach a lesson and trying to teach them to figure out how to order for themselves. Age of child determines a lot here, right? And not knowing that, it's really, really tough. I'm going to go 3, middle of the road. It's a safe hedge bet. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, you should never let your child go hungry ever. I agree, but there's also a lesson. Like, if this kid is 15, 16, 17, something like, if they're a teenager, they should be able to order themselves. And if you do it for them forever, they aren't going to know how to do that the first time they have to go out there without you and do it. Or they'll have some kind of crippling anxiety and just, it's something you got to learn to do. We have to work with our teens on doing that. It's tough. We're like, don't tell me, tell them. You just explain what you would like. It's good practice for them. All right, well, chat is spicy today. The poll has ended with the majority of votes going to AskCon 1. Y'all went hard while I played the middle of the road. Let's see what happens here. Age is a huge factor. We'll see. We shall see. All right, here we go. Story begins now. My daughter is 15 and she has social anxiety. She's in counseling for it and not meds, not needed. The rule in our household is that if you want fast food The rule in our household is that if you want fast food when we are out, you pay for it with your own money. If you don't have McDonald's money, you aren't going there. I also don't allow eating in the car, so we stop at places to eat. We had to go and do some errands. I told her to grab something to eat beforehand, but she said she wasn't hungry. We go on our errands, and halfway through, she wants to stop by Wendy's. I pull in and tell her to go order, and I will get a seat. She comes back a few minutes later and tells me she can't order. She doesn't want to talk to the cashier at the front of the store. I told her she needs to order, and we'll head out. She asked me to order and I told her no. We sit for about 10 minutes when I tell her it's time to go. So she, in short, is pissed. And my wife is also upset that I didn't order for her and that I let her go hungry. I find this stupid. I didn't starve her for days. It was a 4-hour outing. Am I the astronaut? Edit, for those asking, yes, her counselor has told us she needs to start doing this stuff on her own. This was low risk. She literally gave the example of ordering food without our help. I also ran through a script with her at the table, but she wouldn't do it. Okay. The fact that she's 15 definitely makes it more understandable for OP, right? Having social anxiety makes it less understandable for OP. It kind of swings back to the opposite direction. But the fact that the counselor said, yes, she needs to be doing this kind of stuff on her own, that will definitely help. Swings it back in the justifiable direction. However, I feel like this could have been handled differently, right? I mean, if you're trying to teach somebody, you have a myriad of different approaches, right? It could be the hard ass approach where like, no, I'm not helping you. I'm not ordering you. You go do it yourself. Climb over this mountain. You can do it. Take the leap. You can do it, right? And that's kind of the hard loving approach that OP took here. I think the other approach that could have been taken is, look, your counselor said you need to be working on this kind of stuff. Yeah, OP worked through a script with her, which I feel like is kind of a step in this direction. But this is something that you really need to do. And I'm here to help you and support you in doing this. But the action itself has to be yours. So it could have been handled differently. I don't know what's right here. The right thing to do for her to prepare her for the real world is probably doing exactly what OP did. I was like, I'm going to go NTA on this. It could go in a bunch of different directions here. It could. I'm going to go NTA because I feel like, going through the script and maybe this is what's needed. Every kid is different and, you know your kid better than anybody. Well, 15, you may not know your kid better than anybody. Candy Thunder has social anxiety. Speaking of 3882, it would be really good to get Candy Thunder's feedback on here. If we can hit that 4K bolt goal real quick, we can get her up here to talk about this a little bit because this is something we face in our family. And Candy Thunder said she herself, gets uncomfortable with social anxiety as well. Emeline Shepard said, went ask on 4, like it could have done it different. You know what? 4 is probably fair. 4 is fair. Could have done it differently. Maybe not should have because it's their kid. We don't know all of the details there, but could have handled it in a more supportive kind of way and less of a hard ass kind of way. But maybe this is what she needed. So, hey, we hit the bolt goal. Let's talk about this real quick and we'll get Candy Thunder up here to talk about it. Heck yes. Look at you all go. Let me bring that up real quick. We have in the lead for this goal, Haunted Gal, then Brittany 5501, Jenny Rawdon, Mama Joe, Anise Moon, Anna Hartman. We've got George Nicely, Caitlin Hannah, Candy Thunder, Wacky Raider fan, Emeline Shepard, Dylan Sprague. By the way, how are your Raiders going to be this year? I haven't heard much about it. And that's not a diss. I'm not saying I haven't heard anything about them, so they're garbage. I'm just saying how they're going to be. TF90, Kayla C, Opal, Lady of Poison. I hear a lot about the Chiefs. Pam E. Crafts, Candy CLKB, Carrie Riggin, Twin Mama, Mama Souza, Samantha Davies, Denise Burkhardt, Myra Catalina, Marielle, Stormborn, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Fairies Dust, Scent _ Krista Museum Girl, Mags Mazing, Darling Ann, XOXOXO. First time seeing that name. Welcome. Brandy Perkins, Effulgent One, United Snorts of America, Ricky G, The Grey Rose, and Huddox and Shan Loves to Read, and Sue Ann 257. Thank you all so much. Elise says, where's your coral shirt? I had it on, and then I went and got a haircut, and there were itchies all over it. I had to take it off. I would have been up here like this. I would have looked like a crackhead, like up here, just like, it would not have been great. All right, let me set the next goal, and then we'll get Candy Thunder up here. And the next one is going to unlock Tony Spark and a cake story. Tony Spark and cake story. We are going for 700 donuts pinned. And let's get her up here. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the incomparably beautiful. And for the first time, you are seeing the short hair, Candy Thunder.
Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. Oh my goodness.
And you guys have seen me with short hair before. I just cut it
Not
off
lately?
again. Yeah, I just cut it off again.
Not lately. I love it, by the way.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Love it.
I feel like
At least you're disappointed that I didn't wear my coral shirt. I mean, I can go get it, but it's just gonna be really itchy.
Tony's wearing a coral shirt.
Yeah, because he messaged me. And
It does have hair all over it. Thank you very much.
He was really excited.
I'll wear it for
As-
VIP. How about that?
As someone who like, one, Ava struggles with this very hard. Two, if this was, it really is a faded salmon color. But if this was me as a 15-year-old, I would have wanted my parents to handle it this way. I probably would have wanted them to stand with me, but I would have wanted them to make me do it, because once I do something, I know that I can do it. And like, I've already done the hard part. I've already ate my frog, so I can step forward and do it again because I know that I've already done it.
Would you have wanted them to handle it this way in that moment, though? You're like long term, yeah.
Hindsight's 2020. So I'm speaking of what I know now. Yes, this is how I would have wanted them to handle it, and having the backing of the counselor that she's seeing, also saying low risk, like help her do this. I think having both my parents and my counselor in the same corner, wanting the same thing for me, would help me feel more empowered to do this if it was something that I was struggling with this hard.
Yeah. I mean, when else are you going to learn? And yeah, for her, this is like a very low risk way to practice doing this, because here soon she's going to be out with a bunch of friends and she's going to have to order, and it's going to be embarrassing if she caves. So this is the time to do it. And you know what? She failed once and came back, and she's like, I can't. And they went through a script, and he was going to send her back up, but she ended up just giving up. Now he let her give up because they left.
So they did. And I think he said they were out for 4 hours. Like, she could have ate before they left. Like, I don't think the hunger is an issue for me, because yes, she was hungry, and at 15, I feel like you should be able to feed yourself, whether that's ordering at a restaurant, whether that's ordering at a restaurant or making something at home. I feel like at 15, you should be able to, if you're hungry, fix the problem. And that's how, and Ava is this 15-year-old, 100%. Her friends will order for her if she's out. And like, I specifically ask her friends to not do that, because I want her to be the one. Like, she was missing.
They do?
Yeah. She's the mother of the group, but they're the ones who order for her. It's a very weird dynamic.
That's
But
probably
they're all
why
very
she
happy.
mothers them. Like, she cashes in all her brownie points when it's time to order food. She's like, will you guys do it? But she's perfectly capable of doing it. That's what I don't get.
And she's fiery. Like, she's got it within her, but she doesn't think that she has it within her. And as soon as that situation presents itself, she gets very uncomfortable. Her anxiety goes through the roof, and she gets very scared to do this thing. But if I don't make her do things, and if I have coddled her too much, and if I don't make her do these things now, and like, we've had this conversation, I've told her over and over, like, I have to pull back some, and you have to like do this on your own, because you're almost 16. Like, you have to be able to drive, and you have to be able to do all of these things, and she can do them. She just needs the confidence to do it. And if my parents had pushed me this way, I feel like this would have given me the confidence to do what I needed to do. So that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
In that moment when I was 15, I probably would have been scared shitless if I was this girl.
Sure. And yeah, and in that moment, I'm sure, it is scary, but gosh,
But once you do it, like, and it doesn't matter, in ordering food, this is just the scenario that we have. But once you do it, like, once you do something that you don't think that you can do, like, man, that feels so freaking good. Like, that makes you want to do more things and achieve more things, like knock stuff off your list. So I feel like if they push her, and somebody says deal with it while you're young, 150%. If you push them now, I feel like they'll want to push themselves in the future to achieve stuff that they didn't think that they could achieve.
So if OP had gone the opposite direction, I feel like we'd be having a very different conversation and being like, you're sheltering your child to the point where they aren't going to be functional at all in the real world, right? Or when they go out as an independent, it's going to be hindering them.
Right.
And I would probably bitch them out for being lazy and not doing the hard thing now. And really, all they're doing is punting that pain to their child later on. They're a part of that pain now.
Right.
Like they're sharing that pain with them. So I feel like they are doing the right thing in sharing in that. Actually, OP's doing the right thing. His wife is pissed that he didn't order for her. So there's obviously they're not on the same page with how they handle this overall. Also, quick poll. 15 or teenagers, for those of you who have teenagers, do they order their own food or are they nervous about it? Hey Hatter, that's awesome. You got a package.
I say this now as someone who's like mobile through on Chick-fil-A. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to talk to anyone. Like,
it's amazing.
Sign me up.
It's great. But they still talk to you.
They still talk to you, and it's Chick-fil-A. Like it's where I feel good, feel comfortable.
It's their pleasure.
It's my
to
place.
Talk to you.
It's part of my.
They got sweet tea. Everything's fine, right?
I love Chick-fil-A.
You love you some sweet tea. So those with teenagers, oldest won't order, youngest does. Interesting.
So a Navy would order her own food without,
for sure,
without a single question.
But she gets embarrassed at
she
odd moments right now.
She gets embarrassed if people laugh.
Yes, if people laugh, even if
it's funny and she's being funny, she gets completely embarrassed. But that's
she will
normal.
cover her face. Yeah, we do actually have.
My goodness, there's a lot of TikTok spam happening.
Is there? Oh,
she's
getting ready to go mod mode here.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.
Caden Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us, Tater. Love. We do have a special guest with us today. You may or may not get to meet him. It's up to him. But we've got somebody who is like job shadowing today. Job shadowing Jesse, our creative director. Curious, Jack, do you order your own food?
I do.
He does. Okay.
What age did you start?
Yeah, when did you start ordering your own food?
Probably like 12.
12. That's fair.
6th grade.
I'd say that's fair. Yeah. Pam says, yes, we encourage my son to use mobile ordering to help with the stuttering, but I would never. Yeah. Hey, also Caden Thunder, lots of love for the short hair. I love it. Great summer vibes. Big fan. I'm a big fan of anything that she does, unless she's mad at me for something. And then I'm not a fan of that.
Yes, I order mine. I'm the one who has to order from the office because nobody else. I think that should be.
Oh, you know what? Tony's barking. Hold on. You got to punch in with the mic on this one because this is going to start a whole new discussion. Here we go.
I'm 9 times out of 10. I am the one who has to call in the food order to the restaurant if we can't do mobile order because nobody else wants to call it in. So I have to call it in. So
there is a
also
big difference.
Dusty Thunder will not order from someplace if he can't mobile order, but that doesn't have to do with social anxiety. That has to do with he has no patience. That would have to go with that part of it.
Instead of having no patience, I prefer to say that I'm efficient. I'm efficient with time. If it is an inefficient kind of experience, I'm out, right? Like I just come on. It's a waste of time. And the majority of my issue with getting on the phone and placing orders is that it is like a 50-50 crapshoot, whether or not you're going to get somebody who is competent enough to be able to receive that order and not screw it up, right? Even going through a drive-through and talking on the speaker, if you are face-to-face with someone, it's for whatever reason a lot easier to make sure that they're understanding what you're saying here. There's no shield behind anything there. Putting in different elf, I'm putting efficient on my resume now. That's right. It's not impatient. It is efficient. Come on now. It makes sense. It's the same reason that I will mobile order if I order Starbucks, which doesn't happen very often. If I do, I'll mobile order. I'll go park in the lot, walk in, and then get my drink and walk out, and it takes 30 seconds instead of getting in the line and waiting for 10 minutes for all the other jabronis that are just waiting until they just get there to order.
I've never
it's
had
not
to wait
efficient.
in the Starbucks drive-through for 10 minutes. I've done the mobile order, and you go through because most people in the Starbucks line are also doing mobile order, and they just drive right through.
Bullshittery.
You will also not get coffee if they can't do the mobile order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's not efficient.
2 seconds to order coffee.
Nah. It's not worth it. Sergeant Mag, you only had to wait 10 minutes. It's the way to go. It is the only way to go at Starbucks. Like, there's no point in risking getting behind somebody who's going to order 12 coffees for the office and they're just now doing it. It's going to take forever. Like, they already have my order. Park, walk inside. It's right there. It's done. Okay. We are well off and running on the donut goal right now. 337 at a 7 hundo. I went NTA. It may actually be an ASCON 4 on that. Could have done it differently. I feel like the biggest issue that you're going to have here, OP, is that your wife doesn't agree with you. You guys really need to be on the same page with how you're going to treat this, because otherwise your daughter is receiving 2 different messages from her parents, right? One is coddling, and one is trying to push her to be more independent, and that's tough. So you got an uphill battle to fight here. Animal sending out some gifted subs right now. We have new members of the fam, courtesy of Animal here. Tasha, Mama Souza, Violet Angel, Alicia, and Amanda. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam, courtesy of Animal. Thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and bebop over to the next story. Meanwhile, Caden Thunder, rolling with life. Tiffany, Carrie Riggin. We've got Firefly Creek. Lori sending a rose through there. Ambledine Shepherd, Violet Angel. We've got Isila Chatterbox, Dolly, Dorkies, Animal dropping 50 donuts there. Heck yes. Thank you so much, Ellen, for the reminder there. Spoilers and spammers will be muted and or blocked. No political or protest posts. Yeah, we consider that spam. Hey, Animal dropping the here we go. Thanks so much. Queen Dobby with the heart me. Bree, Kid Roscoe, Jenny Lee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Heck yes. Let's go. All right. Second story. Here we go. Oh, by the way, whenever Jack, the job shadower today, showed up, really until about 15 minutes before the stream started, had no idea that we do this here. We're just shadowing the marketing side of things. I'm like, has anybody told you about Dusty Thunder or live streams or anything? He's like, no. And I pulled up the channel. I'm like, this is us, and this is what we're getting ready to do.
Yeah, have you ever watched videos on AITA stories?
I have.
Quite the surprise. Quite the surprise.
You're in for a ride.
Sergeant Max says, you will be muted and publicly shamed by Navy Thunder. Ellen, yeah, agreed. With the election coming up, too many of those comments. We don't get into politics here, folks. We don't do it. There's a lot of things we don't get into, and politics and religion are two of them. We just don't do it. We won't do it. Ellen is a mod on lives. I feel like Phoebe when she rings the bell. Is that Lint? Yeah, I like it. Get it out of here. All right, here we go. Second story. Hello there, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another Reddit story for you. This one from AITA again is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Giving the Delivery Driver Our Door Code to Our House? Excuse me? Excuse me? You did what? Okay, starting the poll on the TikTok side right now. Poll has started. Title again, Am I the Astronaut for Giving the Delivery Driver Our Door Code to Our House? Yeah, ask on what? AC1, zero hesitation. Why? Why? Now, if you had a specific code that was for like a one-time use code, maybe. Or if it was like Amazon's, what is it, Amazon Key they have? Prime Key, something like that, where Amazon can actually have like a garage door code that is just for them so they can leave your packages inside the garage. If it's specific to a service, that's a different deal. But right now we don't have any of those disclaimer information here. So yeah, go and ask on one. That's terrible. Why would you do that? Why? Yeah. They have that for garages, but for the house, the code can be changed. Yeah, but what? Why? I mean, most delivery drivers will just leave something at the door. 67% voted as Con 1 here. I'm right there with you. Let's hope we don't get twisted out of this thing, though. Here we go. Hi, I, female 21, have 9 roommates who are all my best friends. Is it possible to have 9 best friends? There's a side question there. Sidebar. Is it possible to have 9 best friends? We live in a college house together, but all have our own rooms. Our rooms all have door codes, but we share the kitchen and bathrooms. All of us get along really well and are very close. We have rarely had disagreements before now. In our college town, it is super safe. I know a lot of people who never lock their doors because they don't need to. We lock our door, but I wouldn't feel unsafe if we didn't. Anyways, on to the issue. Tonight, I was too exhausted to get up out of bed to make dinner, and I plan on ordering DoorDash. I thought about it, and since my room is the first by the front door, there was no reason I couldn't just give the Dasher our front door code and have them bring it directly to my room. It is barely any extra work for them and would make it much easier for me because I wouldn't have to get up and go get the food when it got here. You mean you wouldn't have to walk from your bedroom to the door, which you just said is the closest to the front door? I'm red flagging you for that, ma'am. It'd just be so much easier if I just didn't have to get out of bed, you know? What if DoorDash could deliver right to your bed? Oh my gosh. I made sure to tip extra for them going out of their way to help me and to put the drop-off instructions and door code in the comments before ordering. Anyways, flash forward to my food's arrival. The Dasher comes in our house and gives me my food and leaves. It went just as smoothly as I expected. One of my roommates watched him leave and came in to ask me who he was. I explained the situation to her, and she became furious and started screaming at me. She said a lot of really hurtful things and told me she wished she didn't live with someone who has no regard for other people. I always try to be nice and considerate to her and my other roommates, and I also tipped the driver really well, so I'm kind of lost on how I was inconsiderate to either party. I feel like she's completely overreacting. It was another student who was our driver. We have cameras by our door, so many people don't lock their doors, and the man literally only came to my room, which means he didn't step foot in any of the rest of the house or near her room. I literally told him in the comments only to go to my room and gave him my room number so he'd know exactly where to go. She is acting like we don't all have guests over sometimes or bring random men home we meet at the bar. We all agreed we were fine with others bringing home drunk men we meet at the bar. Why is it worse when I let a sober one quickly come in to bring me food? It is my house just as much as it is hers, so I think I have just as much of a right to invite people in as my roommates do. I just don't understand why she is acting like this is such a big deal and being so rude about it. I really can't see why I would be wrong but wanted to get Reddit's opinion because she is really insistent that I was wrong. My other roommates are split. One of them texted and said it wasn't a big deal, but the others also feel that I'm wrong. So, am I the astronaut? Info, I don't lock my door, so he was able to just walk into my room himself and hand it to me. I didn't have to get up. And that's what all this was about. We have an update to read here, but before I read that, OP is minimizing, in my opinion here, minimizing and trying to justify this by saying everybody brings friends over, everybody brings dudes home from the bar. But when people have friends over and when they bring people home from the bar, I'm sure it's them punching their code into the door and swinging it open and letting that person in. It is not them giving everyone else the door code. So that doesn't align for me. That's not an applicable comparison here. It doesn't make sense. You don't give a master code to your home. Well, and yeah, if it's the front door code, if it's the front door code, yeah, that is kind of a big deal because it's not about that time, OP. It's not about this instance. It's about now. Jabroni here has access to just strut through this home whenever he wants. And yeah, you have cameras, which would capture him like coming in or leaving after he had done something stupid and terrible. Now he has access. That's the problem. Everyone is uncomfortable with that. So,
But what about somebody accusing him of doing something or stealing something while he was in that house? Not even the fact that he now has access to their home. He could have gotten in so much trouble because anyone could have said anything.
Yeah.
Or something could have been missing and they're like, this guy did it. And
if they don't have cameras inside that followed him the whole time, and I guarantee you they don't. Yeah, he could have been blamed for anything. She did this whole thing not wanting to get up. She could have said something. She could have accused him of something. It's just not safe for anybody.
I feel like you have, I don't even know what you would call this. It's like further than lazy. This is like, I don't even know.
It's a bad plot corn.
No, it's just like, this is like not even like using all of your brain power.
Yeah.
Like this is like laziness combined with not using your brain.
I like your comment here that says, I've been exhausted and lazy before, but this is just lazy. This is lazy. Like she did all this because she didn't want to get up. So she gave him unrestricted access to be able to enter the home at any time because she didn't want to have to get up and walk 10 steps. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, here's the update. Thank you all for your honest feedback. Can't say I appreciate people telling me my roommates should kick me out or not tell me the code, but I appreciate everyone explaining to me the stupidity of my actions. I understand why I was wrong now and have since apologized to my roommates. I'll be damned. Wait. Somebody actually like accepted Reddit's verdict and was like, okay, I'm wrong. I'll apologize. I'll own it. This might be a first. My roommate who yelled at me, Megan, and her best friend are still not speaking to me, even though I apologized and came around, but everyone else is. Making one mistake shouldn't be the end of a friendship, so I'm sure they will both come around. I think it was a lot harder to admit to myself that I made a stupid mistake last night because I felt insecure when all of my roommates turned on me. I am working on it. Megan called the landlord last night and had him come and change the code, so that's not a worry anymore. We also had a house-wide meeting and have made a list to and have made a list of definite rules and things that need to be run by each other so something like this doesn't happen in the future. I'm really sorry for my actions, and I'm going to work to be more aware in the future. Wow. I am shocked that OP went from what sounded like an entitled little brat to owning the mistake, apologizing, and implementing a change to make sure she doesn't make this mistake ever again. That's very grown up. That's very wise of her, and I'm shocked because of how she treated the situation in the very beginning. Yeah, she's actually learning. The friend still being pissed at her, she has to accept and understand too, right? Like, not everybody is going to forgive her as quickly as the ones who forgive her the quickest. She's just going to have to accept that people are still pissed because they still had to go through a lot of pain. That meeting probably should have happened before a long time ago. I was shocked. I'm assuming this is like a sorority house. I was shocked that there wasn't a set of rules and like a contract that people sign on to that says this is what you can and cannot do. So that structure needed to be in place in the first place. But OP's actions forced a meeting, forced these rules, forced the landlord to come change the locks, and forced some stress. Like, it caused some pain. So the two that sounds like they had the most pain are going to take some time getting over it. But Nancy, I agree. It takes a really big person to admit that you're wrong. Wild. So respect, OP, respect. And yeah, I think it was, I may downgrade a hair here to Ascon 2. I definitely shouldn't have done that. I don't think it was evil. I think it was dumb. So I'm going to downgrade myself a little bit here and say Ascon 2, which is definitely shouldn't have done that because I don't think it was malicious. I think it was, yeah, it was entitled. It was lazy, but she didn't think through. She didn't think through everything that was going to happen or could happen here. And now she knows. So I'm at 2. She had a little bit of redemption here. A little bit. Williams, yeah, unfortunately, she's the reason those rules have to be laid out. But if it wasn't her, it would be someone eventually. Like, those rules needed to be in place in the first place. If they've got a door code, there should be a rule about like who's allowed to have that door code. Cassandra, you guessed right. Hey, animal, more naive than entitled? I would agree with that. Yeah. It was more naive. Magic Drop agreed. Rules should always be laid out. Some kind of structure. Otherwise, you got 9 people living together without any structure or any rules. Like, that's a house of cards, right? That's going to fall apart eventually. Hey, Tony Spark. Thanks so much for the donuts. Charlie Diego, Lisa, Billy, Tony Spark sending more through there. We have 105 to go to get Tony Spark up here, ladies and gentlemen. Tiffany, Goober, Overkill Mill, Anae, A Kiss, Opal, Ellie, Tiffany, Denise, Mackenzie Jade, Amanda, AM Harlequin dropping 35 and then another 10. Thank you so much for that. Fane, Addie Nicole, members of the Gosh Heckin' fam. Hell yeah. Emeraldine Shepherd, Dark Angel, Special K, Tiffany, Madam Maeve, Tesha Memot. Thanks so much. Haunted Gal, Karen Jordan, Gen Design Store, Bree, Linda Carroll, Tiffany, The History Lady, Pam E, Dylan Sprague, Sharon. Thanks so much. Had her drop on the $20 super on the YouTube side says, try not to be sappy a lot, but I wanted to say this for a while now. Thank you, Dusty and Candy Thunder, for starting this. Because of you two, I made wonderful friends who are cheering me on with my book. So thank you. Hell yes, Hatter. That's awesome. And likewise, like the community that we have built around this thing now is invaluable. It is amazing. And you are a big part of that. So thank you so much. And yeah, reciprocation. You send us love, we send it right back. You know what I mean? Less than 100 to go, Tony Sparks says. We have, 35 to go now? Holy cow. And that unlocks a cake story and Tony Sparks. So we may just vibe out here for a second and wait for those donuts to come through so we can celebrate that and then read a cake story. Hey, Crystal's reading your book. Hatter. Heck yes. Sergeant Mac, thanks for the reminder about the likes goal. We have a goal of 700K today. We're already at 21%, so we're in a good shape. Natty M, thanks for the love. Thanks. Jess, we've gone through a couple of stories here. Hey, Animal and Nick Bolson-Lade and AM Harlequin sent us over the edge here. Opal J Crazy 13 as well. Jim 330. Let's celebrate this for a second. Let's do that. I already hit the button. I don't have to hit another button. Animal 792 leading the board by a long way on this one. Thank you so much. AM Harlequin Curves, Darling Ann, XOXOXO, Alexia Marie 91, Madam Maeve, Tesh 179. Bless you. Holy cow. That was a violent sneeze. Akasha 818, Hunter Girl 469, Lorelei. I did it again. I'm so sorry. Tony Spark, Opal, Lady of Poison. I'll get a rescue on number 12 and beyond here. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and set up the next one. This next one will... thank you. Haunted Gal, NA 414, T-Half 90. We've got Quine? JDAAQJ. Yes. Denise Burkhardt, Janice C, Overkill Mill, Candy Thunder, Nick Boss, Lade, Jenny Rarden, Unorganized Mum, Carrie Riggin, Hoorn, 2010, Dylan Sprague, Mungau, Bo Blaze, George Nicely, Kristen BF, Misa's World, Misa's World, Anika, that's going to be stuck in your head the rest of the day, I'm so sorry. And also, you're welcome. Cassandra Balsis, Mags Mazing, Pam E. Crafts, Heather, without being able to see what comes after the word moist, I feel like I shouldn't say the word moist, right? Heather. Mama Sassy. Mama says so. Words are hard. Violent Angel, Wacky Raider Fan, Amaldine Shepherd, Candy CLKB, Lisa Magical, Whimsy, Christian Museum Girl, Kid Roscoe, Hannah Louise, Effulgent One, Olivia and Sons. Thank you all so much. Also, Billy sending the cuddle with me through there. Heck yeah, Love X. Just joined the Gosh Heckin' Fam. Heck yes, thank you so much for that. We'll get our next goal set up. This one is going to unlock a Best of Redditor update story and Candy Thunder feedback. Holy cow. A very specific number. BORU and Candy feedback. There we go. We are going paper cranes. Paper crane. Hit on it. Pre or post cake story, Tony Spark? You ready? Let's bring him up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark!
There's one thing you have to learn about Dustin is he'll sometimes go a little over the top on it. Fine. Hi, everybody. I forgot you have 2 chats.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Oh, this is a great time for me to come up here because I just posted a TikTok. So you guys should all go follow me and watch my TikTok. All 1,246 of you. You should go watch it and follow at Tony Spark _. Shameless plug every time. I'm good. Everybody having a good day, good week. Oh, wasn't it a follower who sent you the Annoyatrons?
Yeah, Angel sent some.
Okay. All right. So this weekend we had like a adult / cousin camp war thing at the lake where it was like our house versus another house. And so we decided we were going to do a bunch of pranks. And my first thought was the Annoyatrons. So we got some and we were going to plant them. We also were going to shoot off fireworks. But that kind of went south on Friday night. I might have been a little too drunk, and I got some firecrackers. First off, I just want to say that they were defective because the lighter hit the fuse and they exploded in my hand. Like, I didn't even give me time to throw them, time to light the fuse, time to do anything. I literally, why you look like that's not what happened? That is an accurate statement. So I burned both of these fingers and this finger and that one, and it was bad. It didn't work out.
That sounds like an accurate statement from somebody who might have had a little too much to drink.
No. Alcohol.
Your reflexes were slow.
Alcohol was not. No, it had nothing to do with the reflexes. I literally lit it, and immediately the entire thing exploded. I don't know what happened there. Faulty fireworks. I don't know what it was. So anyway, that didn't work. So then Saturday we went and hid these Annoyatrons, and if you don't know what an Annoyatron is, it's like the size of this piece of confetti.
They're right here.
Oh, are you kidding me? They've been sitting on your desk. He's like, I can't find them anywhere, and I had to order new ones. Hello. Yeah. Really? There's a whole thing. Anyway, so they're tiny and they make these little noises and you can set them. So I went to hide them and I didn't think anything happened with them throughout the weekend because nobody commented. I hid them in people's bedrooms. I hid them in someone's camper, hid them like all over the place. And nobody said anything until yesterday in our big group chat. Somebody commented that the crickets were really bad and they were going to fire the bug man. And I was like, well, crickets are good for fishing. And then they called me out and they were like, it's over. It's over for you. Like
How much did they spend on smoke alarms?
So they were like $42 in smoke detector batteries later. We found a little device underneath, like they found it. But the funny thing is I just kept denying it. And I was like, that did not happen at all. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard that before. And the funny thing is they said they found a device, but I hid 5. So they might have found one, but in that same room. And the one that they found is almost like a decoy because it was pretty much in plain sight and it sat there. The other one in that room, in the same room, they're never going to find. They're never going to find it. And they're never going to find the other 3. And then I really forgot about the 4th one until I remembered where I like taped it up underneath it. They're not going to find it. And the batteries last for 3 years. So that's going to be fun. Can it make a noise? I'm going to see it make a noise.
Oh, don't turn it on.
You can turn it right back off.
Yeah, Caden Thunder will flip.
So it alternates between beeping and you can set different beeps, really high pitched ones or a cricket, but it does it between 3 and 45 minutes. So it's not a consistent interval. So it will drive you insane because you can't find it and they're never going to find it. They're never going to find it.
The devil.
And then but to be fair, they stole our team's uniforms. Then we did that. And then they came and ransacked my room. So then we caution taped all of their stuff and then lit off more fire. At like 3 a.m, lit off like one of those Saturn missile rocket things. It was great. It was awesome. But I'm a little afraid from the payback now, but I'm just going to keep denying everything. And yeah, but they're never going to find those. They're never going to find them. And it's going to be great. Yeah, it sounds like the sound that I said is like a mixture of a smoke detector and a cricket. And it's like 2 chirp chirp.
Somebody was asking about trying to find the right ones on Amazon. I'm pretty sure on Linktree, if you go toward the bottom, it says like Dusty's Amazon store. I'm pretty sure I have them linked there.
It really is the gift that keeps on giving. They're not watching.
They could be watching. Even if they are, they aren't going to.
They're not watching.
They might know they're there, but it'd take a while.
They're never going to find them. No, they're all older. They don't watch. They will never know. They'll never find it. And it's going to be so great because I'm also may or may not take one of them and put them in their car. So when they're going home like go Friday and put it in their car and they're going to think that they finally escaped it. And then they're going to hear it in their car. So it's going to be great. Yes, Miss Krish, Dusty wanted to twin today. He was pretty excited about the coral shirt thing. I don't know. But anyway, that's my excitement. That's my story. Go follow at @TonySpark_. Watch my new video for all the camp shenanigans. Okay, I'm done talking now.
Okay. All right, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark. And also, I switched it over to the coral look here just for you, Elise. So Tony and I could twink it up. We're twins now. We are twins. Leslie, yeah, I wondered about that. I was like, they're older. It doesn't mean, yeah. I mean, we have a very broad.
After you read the story and give feedback, then Jackson.
Okay, all right. We'll do this story. We'll do feedback, and then you guys we'll get to meet Jack. Jack Shadow. That's your screen name today. Jack Shadow. All right, we have the paper crane goal of 195, which we are at 67 of right now. And as a reminder, that will unlock a best of Reddit or update story plus Candy Thunder feedback. For now, we are diving in on the cake story that y'all just unlocked. Let's dive into it. Hello there, it's Dusty Thunder with a cake story for you. This from the AITA subreddit is titled, "Am I the astronaut for not giving my mom the cake my boyfriend bought?" Well, that's not a lot of information for us to go on to make an informed decision here, so it's just a shot in the dark, ladies and gentlemen, on this poll, which is starting now. Am I the astronaut for not giving my mom the cake my boyfriend bought? Hatter. That's a bit too much praise. There's a lot of pressure attached to that level of praise. You know what I mean? Mama's denied cake, unacceptable. Dr. Sweet, you know what? I'm going with that. Animal running hard with the paper cranes right now. Heck yeah, he's going to get there. Going to get us there in a heartbeat. Hannah says, ask on one because cake. You know, really? I don't know. There's too much up in the air. I'm going AC3, middle of the road here. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, but the majority of voters are going NTA. So we'll see. AM Harlequin, Love X, Yvette's, Animal, dropping all kinds of paper cranes through there. Paper crane. Stacey Lynn Foxworth dropping the heart me there. 54% went NTA. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, we hit that goal. So the next story will be a best of Reddit update story with Caden Thunder feedback. And in the meantime, tell you what, here, let me flip to this one. Yeah, different music vibe. Animal 792 leading the board, but followed closely behind by Bailey Chapman here. Heck yeah, you guys with the 1-2 punch carrying the majority of the load. They're unorganized, and Laura Lee in the second tier. They're carrying quite a bit as well. Thank you guys so much. Janice XHD, Bella Teresa, AM Harlequin, Opal Lady of Poison, Sydney Two Town, Laura Litzel, TF90, Hunter Girl, Candy Thunder, I am Gen X Mama Bear, Twinkle Saz, Dragon Cat, Mags Mazing, Denise Burkhardt, Simply, Kylie C, Carrie Riggin, Yvette B01, Hoorn 2010, Bo Blaze, and H. Bolero. Thank you guys. Thank you. You've unlocked the best of Reddit update story with Candy Thunder feedback. Let me set up the next goal, then we'll dive into the cake story, and then we'll bring Jack up, and then we'll dive into that best of Reddit update story. The next one is going to unlock Caden Thunder and a spicy story. Caden Thunder and a spicy story. I have a little bit of a surprise for you when we get to that spicy story. Can't show you yet. I gotta wait, but I made something. Let me get this correct goal set. Oh, there was something different I hadn't seen there before. May have to look at that next time. We are going for 2K High Bears. Pinned, rocking and rolling. This is the villain vibes. Villain vibes music. Dr. Sweets, yes. Yes, it will. Yep. For those who end up... Hey, Candy Thunder does match with us. Come back up. We got to show everybody. I swapped back into the coral shirt now, and now...
Look at this. I got the coral memo.
Coral?
No.
Coral? Sorry.
That hurts me. Don't
She said that hurts me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Lisa, the first time you caught us live, holy, oh wait, TikTok's making me do the puzzle. Yeah, we're still here, TikTok. I promise. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the cake story now, shall we? All right, the title again was Am I the Astronaut for Not Giving My Mom the Cake My Boyfriend Bought? I, female 23, and my boyfriend, male 24, have dinner with my parents at their house quite often. I still live with my parents, and my boyfriend comes over all the time. He's always bringing dessert and groceries and driving my mom around when she needs it. Today, my boyfriend suggested that we all go out for sushi for dinner, his treat. My mom refused, and that was the end of the story. However, I asked her further why she didn't want to go for sushi, and she claimed every time she eats things he buys that she gets hurt, and she has a bad feeling about my boyfriend. Huh? I must note that this isn't true, since he buys dessert multiple times a week, and she eats it whether or not she realizes he bought it and not my father. She claims that one time when he brought toffee, she broke her tooth on it, and another time she almost choked during a dinner that he took us out to. She constantly uses every opportunity to make fun of him or tear him down, and now she is trying to tell me my boyfriend is evil because whatever superstitious stuff she believes in. Hold up, is this like a Final Destination food edition? I think your boyfriend is trying to off me with food. With treats and sweets, more specifically. I think he put concrete in that toffee. He had also bought her very expensive chocolates a month ago for her birthday, which I now realize she didn't eat for the same reason. She ate like 1 or 2 pieces and confessed that she was terrified that he would be killing her with the chocolate. WTF. Now that brings me to right now. My boyfriend bought some cake slices from a nearby bakery. She then decided she was going to eat it, and I jumped out going, "No, you're not, since you're not going to blame him for you choking again." She was extremely surprised and started scolding me and calling me and my boyfriend disgusting. I feel as though I was in the right since she constantly disrespects my boyfriend. He is lovely and sweet and could never hurt a fly, and she cherry picks events to tear him down. I figured if she doesn't want to eat the things he buys, he's evil and she'll be cursed, then she shouldn't have the cake. Am I the astronaut? Edit, my mom keeps inviting him over for dinner and starts drama when he doesn't come and says I've been bad-mouthing her to him if he doesn't come over. I do not. Keep asking my boyfriend to come over. Update, boyfriend brought sushi over and she ended up eating it and then claiming we gave her a stomachache even though she tried limiting herself to a little. OMG. Yeah, so NTA, like I don't know what to do with this information. Mom is obviously the problem, and she's paranoid, thinking he's trying to death by chocolate. I don't know if I told you this before, but we had stopped at a convenience store. Tony Spark and I were on our way back from a meeting and stopped at a convenience store, and I had grabbed like a package of those like nutty bars. It's like the peanut butter wafer, chocolate covered kind of things. And the one I brought up to the counter, the lady who was a Russian gal, she flips it over and she's like, "Oh, chocolate is expired. Put back, find one that's not expired." So I go get one that's not expired, and I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks for that. That would have been bad." And she's like, "Yes, I know. Expired chocolate, 30 minutes dead." What? And she's like, "Yes, it's thing. Expired chocolate, very toxic. 30 minutes dead." I'm like, "Whoa, okay." And she's like, "Even worse, expired beer." I'm like, "What is happening right now? And how do you know all this?" It was a very. So I come back out to the car and I'm like, "Tony." Also on the way in, some homeless guy who had literally just gotten out of prison stopped me to talk to me because, like, I don't know, homeless people fresh out of prison really think like I'm their guy. So he stopped to talk to me and told me his life story for like 5 minutes, and then I go inside and this happens, and I'm like, "What? Am I being punked right now? What is happening?" It was wild. Anyway, she's more than paranoid here, right? If she's been tearing him down about non-food related things too, but maybe she has a stomach issue. Maybe everything that she's eating, if it's making her sick, like it's obviously her problem. I'm wondering, OP, how much of this your boyfriend knows, right? Like, does your boyfriend know that she's doing all this stuff? If so, he probably wouldn't be continuing to bring it all over. So mom, I think, is very wrong about you bad-mouthing her to him. But you don't have to badmouth her because she's doing plenty of that herself. She's making herself look plenty bad. All on her own. All on her own. NTA, mama needs to chill the F out. Mama needs some special chocolate. And maybe then she'll chill out.
We'll see.
Hey, Danny. Finally back from the salon. The salon. Dr. Sweets, thanks for hanging out with us. Maybe it's psychosomatic. She thinks it'll make her sick, so it does. Possibly, Lisa. Possibly. Beyond says, "I always used to eat old Chuckies." I don't know how valid any of that stuff is. Candy Thunder, fresh out of the slammer. Oh, man. Does anyone else eat the same food and not get sick? Pugmong? Apparently, everyone else in the house. So it's got to be a her prop. Yeah, it could be a gluten allergy. Could be anything. But it is obviously her problem. And the fact that she's trying to blame another person like they are intentionally making her sick. Like, I think the real solution to all of this, OP, is to get out of there. Like, get out of there as quickly as possible. That way she isn't meddling and interfering and could potentially cause enough damage to really cause some harm to your relationship. So get out of there as soon as you can. Hatter says mom needs some wasabi candy. Oof. Yeah, that would cause a cleanse. That would definitely be a cleanse. She needs a cleanse. That's for sure. All right. Let's bring up Jack, who happens to be here doing the job shadowing today. Go ahead and come on up, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack for the first time. There
What's
you
up,
go.
chat? What's up?
Yeah, you're right in the middle of the mat, and you're in good shape there. Okay. Tell us what you've been doing today here.
I've been job shadowing. I was following Jessie around. We were taking product pictures and stuff. It was tough. I had a lot of fun.
Did she get into like taking those product pictures and actually knocking backgrounds out and do all that stuff too?
Yeah, she recolored and everything. It was crazy.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So we did reveal to you what
What's
we were
up?
doing with the live stream today, like 15 minutes before the stream started. What did you think whenever we showed you our TikTok channel?
Oh, I thought it was crazy. I saw a couple of videos and it was like 5.1 million views. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? It's crazy.
Did you have any idea this was happening in Joplin, Missouri?
No, I did not.
Most people don't.
I thought it was all LA. It's in Joplin. It's crazy.
Yeah. Most people don't.
Hey, can I drop a little fun fact for the chat?
Do it.
Okay, so pre-industrial revolution, cats and dogs were hanging out on the farm, and like the cats would eat the mice, and the dogs would herd the cattle and stuff. And then at night, they would go up to the rafters in the barns, and the livestock were all on the bottom. But whenever it rained, water would come down to the roof, and all the cats and the dogs would get wet, and so they slip down, they fall, and that's where the expression "raining cats and dogs" come from.
That's a fantastic fact.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Dang. I'm gonna hang on to that one. Definitely gonna hang on to that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I learned it from Will Poulter. The
Nice.
actor. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So what? So you're just 15, right?
16.
16. Okay.
Yes.
So right now, I mean, it's obviously hard to be like, this is what I'm gonna be in life at
Yeah.
16. But where do you feel like you're being pulled toward right now?
I think I am being pulled toward graphic design.
Nice.
I like doing Photoshop, and I like making edits of like my favorite athletes. And so I think I can channel that into products, and like Jesse was showing me, was taking pictures and editing them for businesses.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Ladies
Appreciate
and
it.
gentlemen, Jack. Special guest for today, dropping the hot knowledge about raining cats and dogs. Holy cow. Now we know. And now we know. We're going to need new weird facts anytime he comes on. Yeah. There's the next mission. Yeah. Bring back a weirder fact. That's awesome. Okay, we are diving into the best of Reddit update story with Caden Thunder feedback. So this will be a good one. We're not yet to spicy story. We're to best of Reddit update story. We are trying to unlock the spicy story right now. Yep, Caden Thunder appearance at a spicy story. Okay, let me get some water going here. Here we go. Natalie says future son-in-law potential. You got some fans, Jack. All right, here we go. This is the best of Redditor update story. Candy or Tony, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Air popped on. Air popped. What about holy cow? Oh. Is there some kind of story behind holy cow? There's probably got to be. There's got to be, right? There's got to be. Jack, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Have a good one. All right. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder once again, this time with the best of Redditor update story for you. Heck yes, this one is titled, I saw my stepmom's Reddit account and found out that she hates me and my siblings. Okay, so we're gonna do the poll on this one, but this poll will be for the stepmom, apparently. Stepmom, who has a Reddit account where she posts about hating OP and OP's siblings. I saw my stepmom's Reddit account and found out she hates me and my siblings. I mean, I gotta go AC1 on here, right? That's gotta be an ASCON 1 vote. It's gotta be. That's gotta be. Anna. I don't think we've read this one before. 460 out of 2K on the high bear gold right now. We are rocking and rolling. Red flag for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Helene, Pila Sophia, Fierce Fabulous, I'm 40 Mama, Jumarga, Yvette, Aunt Sue, Kayla, Olivia Marie, Sarah Barracuda, Carla 82, Louise, Raya, Ms. Frizzle, the effulgent one, Kayla. Thank you. Park says, I put NTA for OP and ASCON 1 for Mom, SMH. Yeah, I would agree with that. The majority of people, 80%, went ASCON 1 on here in the poll as well. Let's find out where we're at here. I'm really pissed off and I want to vent. I even cried reading the things she said and I don't know what to do. I don't need any advice. I just want to vent. My father has been married to my stepmother for 5 years. He has been divorced from my mother since my younger brother was 2 years old. There's no beef between them and they have great co-parenting. I have a 17-year-old sister and a 16-year-old brother and I'm 25. Then my father has a 3-year-old son with my stepmother. I found her Reddit account in a pretty random way. Since I'm only home on the weekends, I let her use my computer. She forgot to close her email because I was able to come home during the week. She doesn't post too much, but she comments too much. I was honestly going to close the email, but it caught my attention that all the replies were from a Stepparent subreddit, so curiosity won me over. I know, it's not a good thing to do, and curiosity killed the cat, and blah, blah, blah. The first thing I saw was her last post in which she detailed things about my life in a random Reddit sub, criticizing my decisions and even lying to get people to support her. She has posted on that site talking about how happy she feels when my siblings are not at home. Even the police know. I'm like, all right, fine, we'll go get her. My sister adores her, but she has comments talking about how she can't wait for them to turn 18 and leave the house because she just wants to share the house with her family, my father and her toddler. It seems that she doesn't see us as her family. She has a lot of comments answering other people that it's totally okay to not love your stepchildren because they're not family, and it's okay to not consider them one. She has comments talking about how much it bothers her when my dad and my brother have sleepovers. They just watch a series in the playroom and then go to sleep. And she is tired of hearing the laughter of a teenager and can't wait until we all leave the house so my father can be with his real family. This bitch. I have words, but we have more story. But what she hates the most is having to learn sign language for my little sister. Oh, you got to be shitting me. It had always seemed strange to me that stepmom still struggles with sign language, but now I know that she never really put in the effort to learn. My sister always said that for many people, sign language is very difficult, so I never said anything. But now I know that she always found stupid to learn how to communicate with my sister when my sister always tried to help her. I was too surprised by the hatred she has when my father spends time with me and my sister. Her jealousy towards us is so obvious that it disgusts me that there were so many people who told her how they feel the same way about their SDs, to the point of sexualizing things, saying too much disgusting things that I don't even want to say here. My siblings are not problem children. They even love her very much, and what fills me with anger the most is that she is so false in front of us. Do you know the number of times I offered to babysit my half-brother so she and my dad could go on a date? All those times she refused to let me take care of him, but now I saw comments that she left about how I am living at my father's house, and I don't help her at all. Only for other people to respond saying that she should give my father an ultimatum to make me leave because I'm too old to live with him, and he has a new family. I cook my food, do my laundry, help my father pay the bills while she doesn't, and normally only come home on the weekends because I'm doing police academy for almost a full week. I don't even care if I'm making too obvious who I am. It was my father who told me to move back with him so that when I come back from the academy on Friday nights, it'll be a shorter trip. She sexualizes my interactions with my father, saying it is not normal for me to sleep a nap hugging him and that I should know my place. He is my father. What the hell is wrong with her? I'm so disgusted. I have the comments. I have the post. I even have comments from years ago, and I will use them. I don't care. Comments. Show dad her posts. Another comment. This, show your father what she really thinks of you all, because once you're all eventually out and she gets her way, she's going to work double time to keep it that way and isolate him. I would agree with that. Okay, there is an update here. Before we dive into that update, hey, can you kill that air? It never turned off. Dracarys. Akiza Nara, thanks for the shares there. Greatly appreciate it. This is terrible. Like, yeah, show him. Please show him. He deserves to know who he's with. And what pisses me off the most about this actually isn't the sign language thing, which is terrible. She's a terrible person. There's no doubt about that. What pisses me off the most about this is that she is missing such an opportunity here. Like, you don't have to be besties. You don't even have to be like, you don't even have to get along great. But being able to be a bonus parent figure to another child is an opportunity. Is an opportunity to grow your heart. Is an opportunity to be a part of someone else's life in a constructive way. It is an opportunity that she had just never had any interest in. And just because they're there, she's inconvenienced by them, and she has to go online and lie to justify these feelings to herself and to the outward world. Like she thinks she's become some kind of authority on the subject now. This is just a terrible person. Your father needs to know. He's got to know who he's with. He's got to know. So, a couple questions on this. OP is 25. 17-year-old sister, 16-year-old brother, and OP is 25. And is only there on weekends. Yeah, you got to tell him. Scorched earth, yes. And you got to do it quick. I feel like you got to do it quick before she has time to form an alibi here. Update, I deleted the post a few hours later. Hi, I decided to delete the post because for now, I can't tell anyone what happened because I'll basically be locked up in the academy until Friday morning. In fact, I shouldn't even be using my cell phone right now. So someone with too much free time shared the situation in that sub of step parents to warn my stepmom. So let me get this straight. There's a group of really shitty step parents that have formed some kind of alliance on Reddit to collectively hate and work against their stepchildren. Cool. At least they've rounded them up for us. The sub has 82,000 members. 82,000. Oh my gosh. I have screenshots of everything, including a video showing that it is her email and showing the comments. If she sees that post, what will she do? Delete the account? I already have the proofs. But I don't want my siblings to find out before I tell them. And I know that those types of posts usually end up in those TikToks that re-upload posts without permission. So I prefer to delete the post so that it doesn't stand out even more. Although my siblings don't use Reddit or that kind of content. I'm going to post again in that sub when I talk about everything with my family, so I hope Redditors know how to keep the secret of the post for now. I know they won't. Haha. Being a stepmom is hard. Yes, one thing is feeling that you're having a hard time, and another totally different thing is making a post saying that you hate it when your stepdaughter is around her father because you think she's going to sleep with him? The fuck? It is not the same to say being a step-parent is stressful than to say, honestly, learning SL is unnecessary because when the girl turns 18, I will not see her again. It is a waste of time since she can read lips. I mean, she earned this award a long time ago, but we're officially giving her the bizzo here. Also, some people complained about my hugging my dad. I also take a nap hugging my mother or my siblings. I'm sorry for having a family that loves me and are not perverts who see a hug as something sexual. Probably next week I will be able to maybe give an update. The academy keeps me working almost all day. Update 2 to 3 days later. I talked with my siblings and my mom. Hi, for now I'm going to post this little update here since I haven't spoken to my father yet, but I spoke with my siblings and my mom. I told my dad that I was staying at a friend's house when I left the academy, but actually went to my mom's house and told her everything. She doesn't even know what Reddit is. The site isn't used too much here. But I translated the comments and post for her. I showed her the videos and my mom was furious. I explained to her that in the comments, BM, it's Madre Biologica. I was confused about it too the first time I read that, also with SM. So my SM also made comments and posts complaining about my mother being that they have always had a cordial treatment. Wow. But still, my SM was lying, saying that my mother was troublesome. No one in the comments said anything. Everyone supported her, and they recommended that she should move far away with her legal family, far away from the problematic BM and kids. First, we told my brother, who was also upset, and said that she was a fake, but that he had seen her ignore my sister and pretend that she does not see or hear her a lot of times. He explained that, like me, it also seems strange to him that SM has not learned sign language. My siblings spend a lot of time at my father's house. Just like English or Spanish, sign language is much easier to learn if you live with someone who uses it every day. Therefore, it is strange that SM doesn't use it. He said that even my father, who offered to pay for her classes, but she says she doesn't have time. We asked him if he noticed any other behavior of that kind, and he said that SM doesn't let him take care of our younger brother, which she also does with me, but curiously, she does let our sister take care of him, so I don't understand that. Other than that, she's never treated him badly or anything like that. At the time of telling my sister, she was the most hurt. She cried especially because of SM's comments towards me, calling me a whore. It's kind of ironic how the comments towards her affected me and the comments towards me affect her. Haha. Something that my sister noticed that I didn't is that almost all of SM's comments are criticizing me, my sister, and even my mother, but my brother, she was only criticized sleepovers or when he comes back late from being with friends. But she has criticized my and my sister's clothes, made up things about my life, confessed that she hates it when we hug our father. She said we're too clingy. She talked badly about my mother, etc. My sister said it's sexist and maybe she got some mental problems or she's got a jealousy issue. My sister said she always believed SM didn't really hear her and she maybe wasn't speaking well and didn't understand her. I think that's the shittiest thing of all. My sister's greatest pride is being able to pronounce some words no matter how short they are, or if they sound like noise for some people. We understand her, but SM made her feel insecure every time she ignored her. I know that my sister always justified that by believing it was her mistake and that SM made an effort to learn, but it was simply more difficult for her. But now we know that no, she was never interested in learning. I'm getting mad again as I write this. Sorry. My mother said she was going to talk to both of them, mainly because even though it's an anonymous site, SM's way of expressing herself is sick, and she's not going to let my siblings be around someone like that. Oh, but she's venting. Being a stepmom is lonely. I received comments like that. It's not the same to say I feel lonely and I feel stressed than to say my stepdaughter behaves like a slut just because, and my minor sister uses a bikini for the pool. Her account is old. She's been leaving comments like that for years with lies and complaints we never heard before. It's just messed up. We arranged that we're going to tell our father all together and show him everything, so we're probably going to tell him tomorrow because I need to leave to the academy on Monday. My SM account is not deleted. It's crazy how she makes things up to get approval from strangers. At this point, I don't even know if she's crazy or a mythomaniac. Mythomaniac? Yeah, never heard mythomaniac. I would like to go back to her email since the password is saved, but I don't know if she will receive a notification of that because this time I closed the account. Update. Mythomaniac is...
Someone who was obsessed with or passionate about myths before it was applied to individuals.
Will you punch in? I'm not going to be able to remember all that. It's too many words for me to remember.
Someone who is obsessed with or passionate about myths.
Okay. Huh.
Like Cinderella stuff.
Okay. Yeah, Cinderella stepmom. That is a good comparison. Yeah. Huh. All right. Update 2 days after previous update. We talked to my father over the weekend. For now, he is staying at my mother's house. Well, good for him. It is a complicated situation since in the middle of everything is my half sibling too. During the weekend, I went to my father's house, and the first thing I did was tell my stepmom separately that I've seen her Reddit account and I'm going to talk about it with my dad. She told me that I can't condemn her for something she uses as an intimate diary, but I told her that this is not a diary. It's a social network where she makes her problems and lies public. If someone other than me discovered her account, then what was going to happen? Were they going to believe all the things she invented? If her infidelity was revealed on that account by someone else, I would have had too many problems, and they could even be kicked out of the academy. I'm sorry, infidelity. If her identity was revealed on that account by someone else, I would have too many problems and could even be kicked out of the academy. Again, there's a big difference between saying I'm stressed and my stepdaughters behave like sluts around their father. I simply told her that my mother and sister also know it and would come to talk about it too. She, for obvious reasons, just went to lock herself in the room, not wanting to talk with me. Once we talked to my father, I showed him most of the posts and comments. There were so many crazy comments that I think it would take me too long to read them all because they were just so long, too. She's that kind of person who comments the bio of their lives and the posts of other people. My father got angry. My stepmom never expressed having a single problem with us like that. The situation would be different if we knew what she thinks about us. My father went to look for my stepmom, who refused to talk about it and was mostly angry with me for violating her privacy. My father told her that she's insane for thinking that my sister and I sexually provoked him, and that he can't believe the way she talks about my sister and the happiness she expresses every time my sister goes to the hospital and is not home, how she expresses to be counting the days until my sibling stops going to the house forever. My father told her that she knew that he is a father and that he would never leave us aside. She made her decision, and even so, instead of talking about her problems, she decided to create an account to play at being a victim. She said she needs a place to vent, but he told her that venting is not the same as telling lies. Venting is not the same as hating your stepdaughters and talking horrible things about them. And she could have spoken about it and not just lie. They argued a lot, but it didn't get anywhere because she kept defending herself. And my father only told her that it was over. My mother told my father that she is not going to let my sister and brother be around a woman who is clearly mentally unstable, because no normal person thinks like that. After arguing too much and even trying to make SM understand that what she did is wrong, she just justified herself all the time. My father went with us and told her that he is going to come back just to see my brother every day, but that he no longer trusts her and never saw that side of her. She lied for so many years. Well, you're leaving the little brother there? I don't know about that. Nothing really went as I expected, because I expected her to be more mature. I think I at least hoped that she could apologize, but I think she doesn't even think that what she did is wrong. In her mind, everything was totally justified because being a step parent is difficult, but nothing justifies being so cruel and poisonous. But yeah, that's what happened. I think it's hurtful to know that someone can hide that much darkness inside. I wasn't too close with her, but I liked her to the point of sharing my clothes and things with her. So I also feel sad about it, mostly for my dad. Wait, you shared your clothes that she hated and made fun of? That's funny. I would also like to say that she is insane, but I think that I would give room to justify her behavior. She is simply a two-headed viper. Damn. Comments. One comment. Wow. Just wow. You think you know someone, and then 1 second, bam. I'm so sorry you and your family are dealing with this. The SM is off her rocker. Does she need constant attention and approval? She needs therapy, and most likely the whole family, because this is a traumatic event and major trust issues are now forming. Stay well, stay strong, OP. Another comment. I'm happy that your father stood up for you all. I got kicked out of a Stepparent Reddit because it was clear that some step parents were unhinged and hatred for their stepkids, and hated their stepkids with a passion. So that's a thing with 82,000 people there? Oh my goodness.
They're not all unhinged.
They're not all unhinged? Okay, well, you know what? Who's here to help give us some feedback? As I let my brain recover for 30 seconds from reading what the hell I just wrote, we're going to get Caden Thunder up here to talk about this for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the gorgeous, the brilliant Caden Thunder. What were you telling me?
Nothing. I was just
Tell me to stop.
no. Nope. I feel like it's people like this that think that stepmoms are supposed to treat their stepkids like this. The Mythomania thing was like, I don't know, it hit something with me, but I had been a mom for 4 years when I met Dustin, and he had 3 kids and I had 1. So I went from having 1 child to having 4 children.
5 if you count me.
In a very short time. And I'm not going to lie and say that I like, there were moments where I was like, I don't know if I can, this is a lot. I don't know if I can do this, because going from 1 to 4 is not a simple thing. But I did it, and I would never, ever trade anything, because they are my kids. Like, when I talk about my kids, I don't just talk about Ava and Navy. Do I have them more? Yes, but I do not think of Kieran as not also my daughter, or Brady is not also my son, or Caden not also my son. They are our children. And if I didn't think that I could do it, I would not have stayed married to you. Like, I would have never married you if I didn't think that I could do this. Like,
Yeah.
I would never have put those kids through something, because at the end of the day, this woman completely like pulled the veil over the dad, and knew that she didn't like the kids, still married him, and still chose to have a child with this man, a child who I can only think that she's going to teach the ways that she herself acts, which is terrible. And for me, it's like, how could you do that to children? I do not understand. How could you marry someone that has children and already know that you don't like those children? Or maybe she doesn't like children, then that's fine, but don't marry somebody with kids and treat them cruel. Like, that is just for me, that is one of the worst things you could do.
It's a package deal. Like when
Yep.
when you're choosing to enter, not even just marriage, but when you're choosing to enter a relationship with someone who has children, you're accepting that whole package
Right.
because it's part of who they are. Like, it's not, you cannot have that person without their children. So you're accepting all of it. You're taking on that risk. And then if you're choosing to move forward and go and marry that person, you've got your family just grew a lot. Like, that's what it is. And it's not always going to be easy.
No.
Parenting isn't always going to be easy. Like, and there are additional complications with being a bonus parent, but it's worth it.
Right.
And her never even giving it a chance, just deciding from the very beginning that she was going to be selfish and just wait it out, and then secretly, silently hate them.
That is just, and they liked her.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they said that it's not like they were BFFs, but they enjoyed her company. And to find out that somebody that you counted as part of your family actually hates you. And it's so, I can't imagine being so, like, shallow and insecure that I would get upset at Kieran hugging her dad. Like, or at Navy hugging her dad. Navy, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But I cannot imagine being that insecure that you're, like, that you see a daughter hugging her dad and you're like, I don't like that. No,
Get off my man.
Yeah. Ew, come on. Like, okay. Grow the fuck up, lady. Like, grow the fuck up. A daughter, like, was hugging her dad for security, for love, and you found something sinister in that, and that is so. This woman just makes me mad.
Seems like it's all additional ammo for her, right? It is like, I'm going to take anything that I can find, twist it into a negative thing, and I'm going to start racking them up, and that just gives me more fuel to hate her. And then I can just keep doing that and keep venting about it. And other people will validate me in this group, which, by the way,
is that what she got addicted to?
Is it 82,000 people who all hate their stepkids, or this, like, is it generally a step parent support group?
I think it's both, but I also think that there's people that, I mean, from what I saw, it's like, I don't like the way that my stepdaughter held our new baby. Or things like that, and I need to talk to my husband about it.
So it's mostly like normal problems.
Yeah, but I don't know.
She did not sexualize anything with the son. This was only targeted at the girls.
Yep, calling them whores and sluts and all things bad, which is, I cannot imagine ever, like, doing that to a relationship between my husband and his daughter. Like, I cannot imagine being that. So, stepmom, you can fuck right off. Oh, and when you get there, fuck off again. And then one more time, just for fun.
Hey, we better put it into sign language.
I love it. Also, I feel like this, like, being a step parent is difficult. It is hard because you most of the time have, like, you have to be a parent, but you also don't, like, you get a say, but you don't get a say. Like, you get a say with your partner, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to use Kieran. He's Kieran's dad, and Kieran has a mom. So at the end of the day, I can give my input to Dustin, but it's going to be him and her mom that make that decision. And I think
that depends what it is, too.
Yeah,
that makes it even more complicated, because if it's something that is like a behavioral thing specifically at our house, or it's something that applies to something that only happens, within the time that she's with us, then it would be a you and me thing.
Correct.
If it is something overarching that is like a major thing that applies no matter what house she's in, then it's me and her mom.
Yes.
Like, it's complicated. There are different jurisdictions, right, depending on what's going on there, and it also depends, like, how much the kid is is with each parent too, because Ava's with us quite a bit. So with
Basically,
Ava,
the
like
majority,
I'm a lot more involved.
that's true.
Because Ava's with
That's
us
why
the
it's
majority of the
difficult.
time. It's
being
difficult.
a step parent is difficult. There's no.
It's complicated.
We could have a whole podcast just on
It's complicated.
on blending families.
Apparently, we'd be inviting 82,000 people that hate their effing stepkids, though. So probably won't do that.
While they're like, there's two sides to every coin. Is that a saying? I think that's something.
Yeah.
This is it is what it is.
There are two sides to every side.
There are shitty step parents, and if you had a shitty step parent, I'm incredibly sorry. But not all step parents are shitty.
Yeah.
And I feel like to label like, and it was like we are trying to grow, I think, out of this like stigmatism that was like stepmoms are bad and our step parents are bad or whatever. But I think remembering that not all step parents suck, that sometimes there are good relationships. You can have good relationships, but I don't know. This one just bothered me a lot. It hurt me. It hurt. Like,
well, it's terrible.
Like looking at that and like like layering that over our family. Like I cannot imagine how.
Not all bio parents are good either. Yeah, good
That's
point.
true.
Yeah, absolutely. So the part of this that bothers me the most, like in the ending of the story, dad left. Yeah, it's all good that he's getting this thing figured out, but their toddler is still there with her. And if she is that insecure, and if she had no problem saying what she said online, like manufacturing things, what's going to happen to him when it comes to that child? I wouldn't be comfortable leaving the child there with somebody who may do something desperate.
Yeah, but at like you, I don't know. That's a court decision.
Yeah, but with someone who can so easily fabricate such terrible
That's
things,
true.
like what? I'd be filming every interaction from now on. Like you need witnesses, you need to document everything. Like you've got to be very, very careful now, Dad. Very careful. Ugh.
Yeah, and you know what? There can be shitty kids too. Like there really can. We've read stories about that where it's just like family dynamics. It's a messed up situation. And I will say that Dustin and I and I know that this makes us fortunate, but my parents are still married and his parents are still married. So we grew up that way. And so I think sometimes like we don't think about parents being so shitty. We read about it, and we can have empathy for that situation. But for us, like we don't have that life experience of like shitty parents. Like we have, our parents are still very heavily
fortunate.
Involved in our life. And so if we are ever blind to that, like I love when chat is like, this can be this and this can be this too, because this is what happened to me. So I love like when we're live and we do these stories, I love seeing all the different aspects of it because
it goes back to the worldview thing. Like we can only see what our life experience has filtered for us.
Right.
But being opened up to everything that you guys see because of your life experiences is very beneficial for us. We learn all the time.
Sweaty, sorry. He put his hand on my back and I'm like, oh, I'm up here. I'm talking to people. I'm sweaty. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder.
Awkward out.
Love you too. Oh my
You
goodness.
touched my back.
We have to turn the AC off. Ellen driving the boat on getting the likes goal achieved. We're at 82%. Home stretching it. We're a home stretch. 4:38. We got 22 minutes to go. We got this. Mama Kitty. I am very sorry to hear that about your bio parents. That's terrible. Crystal, you sweaty talking to customers. Candyisms are fantastic. What's your new name? Candy Thunder, what did you say your new name is? Awkward Out. Oh my goodness here. It's terrible. Stepmom is obviously an ask on one. She knew what she was doing. She was just being deceitful about it. But her ability to fabricate things worries me for what's to come still. But there's a precedent now. And luckily the OP daughter has all of this evidence of her fabricating things ahead of time. So should they get into a situation where she's fabricated more things, they at least have enough evidence to say, well, she has a history of fabricating things. So It's character comes into question. Ashley, I'm not live on Twitch anymore. We stopped doing Twitch. The path to being able to grow that and monetize that is it doesn't make sense for us. So we're sticking with YouTube and TikTok right now. Only 110K more likes to go. We got this. We got this. Okay, right now we are going for high bears. We're at 1124 of 2K. We're trying to unlock a spicy story and Caden Thunder appearance. Yeah, you know, he's always a riot too. So in the meantime, we'll bounce back to our regularly scheduled stories here. I'm on 3, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep, Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central, and Sundays at 9 p.m. Central. Except for this week. Yeah, except this
Yeah, you shouldn't even say that.
Except for this coming week. This coming week is different because we're leaving for vacation next week. So we'll be in Florida. We're beaching it. We're beaching it. So we're doing the Sunday night stream on Saturday night, this coming Saturday. So we'll be Saturday, 9 p.m. Central on TikTok and YouTube both. And then we will not have a Wednesday stream next week because we'll be in Florida. Pug Mom and anybody else who's interested in receiving an SMS reminder, we are still working with Bird SMS on getting the international stuff ironed out, but we are still delivering them. We're just using kind of a different mixture of stuff right now. So you can sign up for SMS reminders to get an SMS right before I go live, and you can do that at dusty-thunder.com. Scarlet Raven, get jazzy on it. Logan Shockey, Tess C17, get jazzy on it. Christopher Moore, Denise Burkhardt, Denise Moon, The Effulgent One, Liza, Crispy Bacon, Artist RCV, Nanny, Nina C, Ursula, Miri, Amaldine Shepherd, Janice 2014, Love X, Crispy Bacon, Bella, Jersey Blind Girl, Christopher Moore, Stacy Lynn Foxworth, Sharon S, Liza. Thank you all so much. Sarah Barracuda, see you there as well. Adventures with Pam, Joyce Brown, Patty Squirrel, Totally Radical. Welcome. Patty Squirrel again there. Thanks so much. I think we're going to be like a little southeast of Destin, but in the Destin area. In the Destin area. All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another Reddit story for you. This one from the AITA subreddit is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Choosing to Not Buy My Wife a New Car? Well, I mean, obviously there's reasons why OP decided not to buy their wife a new car. We don't know what those reasons are, so we have to guess right now. Poll is up, TikTok. How big of an astronaut do we think the person are? I mean, new could be a keyword here. It could have been an opportunity to buy a pre-owned car. Or, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to go NTA here, but I could be very, very wrong. Could be. Was the old one totaled? Yeah, Sergeant Mac. There are too many variables here. Hey, X Scarly X. Welcome to the stream. First time catching a live? Heck yeah. I would love to go see the new Deadpool movie, but alas, we'll be prepping for vacation and I'll probably have to wait until it's out on streaming services. That's typically how it goes for me. Unless it's a kid movie. It's a kid movie. Yes, we'll take all the kids. It'll be a great time. George Nicely, Nanny, Kara Z. George Nicely dropping 60 of those high bears. Heck yeah. Deborah. 50% went NTA on here. So we'll see what happens. We shall see. In the meantime, we're at 93% of the likes goal. Look at you go. That jumped up in the past 5 minutes from you guys jumped up 8% in the past 5 minutes. You're rocking it out. All right. I, 34 male, have been married to my wife, 32 female, for 5 years. She's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm the primary breadwinner. That's a good time to bring the words are hard graphic in here. We'll celebrate that moment. I'm the primary. No. Yeah. Primary breadwinner is not something we'll be turning into a t-shirt. She's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm the primary breadwinner. We have 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and 1 toddler. We currently only have 1 car, which I use for my daily commute to work. My wife doesn't have a car of her own. Recently, my wife has been asking to buy a new car. She says she's so bored in the house and it's unbearable waiting for me so she can use it. She argues that having a new car would be really beneficial for her, especially since she's often at home with the kids and needs to run errands or attend appointments. However, I don't think a new car is necessary. We take road trips every month or so, which gives her some time out of the house and family time. Hold up. You take one road trip a month and you're like, yeah, that gets her out of the house. It gets her some time, gets her some fresh air. She can hang her head out the window, along the way. And sometimes I let her sit in the back of the bed of the truck. And I let her take the car out when I am home and can manage our kids. I can always accommodate if she needs to take her kids for an appointment or an outing. Plus, she can always take the bus. Or you could take the bus to work, right? Plus, she's usually busy with the kids. I've told her that I don't believe it's worth spending the money on a new car right now and that we should focus on other financial priorities. Instead of spending money on a new car right now, we can wait and invest to save up for the things that are worth more. She says I'm being stingy when we can afford it, which is true, and is why I've been looking to buy a new car in a year or two. Buying another car right now means I cannot get a new one in a year or two, which I think is much more better, as the new one I plan on buying, As the new one that I'm planning on buying will have more space for the kids. I see no point in maintaining two smaller cars when we can have one big one that'll accommodate all of our needs. My wife is frustrated and feels that I'm not considering her needs. She's upset that I'm dismissing her request and feels that I'm being controlling by not allowing her to have a say in such a significant purchase. I think these are very heavy accusations. She's chosen to be a stay-at-home mom, and I, because of that, have become the primary breadwinner, which means since I bring in the money, she leaves it to me to manage it. She doesn't understand how to be responsible with it because she never has to deal with our finances, since that's also my job. I'm conflicted because I want to be responsible with our finances, but I also want to support my wife and address her needs. Do you? Do you really, though? Am I the astronaut for refusing to let my stay-at-home wife buy a new car even though we can afford it, and she doesn't currently have one? Edit! I should have made it more clear. She is not stuck in the house the whole day. I work a regular 9 to 5. Hey, likes goal hit. Way to go, guys. Nice work. Way to go, mods, and everybody else for churning that along. We hit it. Hit it with like 14 minutes left to go. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. She is not stuck in the house the whole day. I work a regular 9 to 5, and the day isn't over by the time I come home, so she is free to take the car and do whatever she likes, such as her hobbies or appointments, etc. She isn't stuck with the kids all day because our teens come home from school at 4, and our toddler, who is 4, is well-behaved and not much of a hassle. So you think, person who's not there from 9 to 5, can you imagine, and I'm shy, I bet a lot of people are in this position, having the cabin fever that happens when you're stuck somewhere. Even just the fact that you're stuck somewhere, like if a car's in the shop or something, and you're in, like I'm stuck at the office. I can't go anywhere that I don't have the freedom to just go when I need to go or want to go. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. Also, OP, like everything that you're saying here is just making you look worse and worse. You're like, I can accommodate for appointments and that kind of thing. Plus, you can always take the bus. If you're just going to work and back, why the hell don't you take the bus? Better yet, why doesn't she drop you off at work and then she can come back and get you? That way she has the freedom to do the things that she needs to do. Plus, you don't have to take a bus because she could take you to work. If you only need one car, that one car should be with the person who's taking care of your fucking kids. Not the person who's just making a short trip to work and then back, right? That makes sense. It makes sense. Not everything with kids can be planned ahead either. Guess what? Today's a beautiful day. I'd really like to go to the park. Oh, we can't because we don't have the car. Your dad took it to just drive to work. Let her take you to work, man. If you don't want to buy another car, let her take you to work. And then you say, well, if I buy her a car now, I won't be able to get the car that I want in a year or two. Like, that's not helping you because you already have one. You just want a better one in a year or two instead of getting her one. Nothing is helping you here, OP. I understand not wanting to have two, but if you're only going to have one, she needs to be the one that has control of the one. That's where I'm at. What do you guys think? Yeah, well, he said that he can accommodate appointments and stuff. So we know if he knows ahead of time, arrange his work schedule to figure that out. It is controlling. It even if he's not intending it to be controlling, it is controlling because he's saying you're here taking care of the toddler who is not a difficult toddler to take care of. at least from 6 to 8 p.m. when I'm home and the 2 hours that I'm around this kid, it seems fine. She could take him to work, get a used car, anything else. Yeah, there are so many other options here, and he's just shutting them all down. It makes it controlling because the other options that are there, he's shutting down. Yeah, it is financial abuse. It is controlling. Not that Ella and I would have, we had 2 cars when I was a stay-at-home mom. I would have gone crazy without it. I am a firm believer that whoever is taking care of the kids needs to have the car. If there is one car, like that needs to be there with the kids. It has to be that way. It has to be. Did they give us ages here? 34. 34. OP is 34, which is young. It is a young parent thing, but they have 3 kids, 2 teenagers and 1 toddler. So the question is, am I the astronaut for choosing to not buy my wife a new car? I'm going to go Brozo here. He gets the Brozo award because none of this logic is checking out. Your math ain't mathin', sir. And if you really are stuck with the decision of only keeping 1 car right now, I think she gets it. And I think she can drop you off. There are so many other options that you're not entertaining now for the selfish reason of wanting to get a nicer car in a year or 2, which doesn't help anything. So you care more about yourself than you do your wife or kids. Cool. That's a Brozo thing. And man, is this, yep, I'm going there. Going there, ask on 1, flying all the way up. It is an ask on 1 thing because he knows what he's doing. There's no, I just didn't realize kind of Brozo justification for this. He knows what he's doing. He's being controlling, and he's choosing himself. My biggest problem here is that he's choosing himself over his family over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and is justifying it. And is saying, yeah, I want to choose myself again in a year or 2, and that's why I'm not going to choose her or the kids right now, because I want to have a nicer choice in a year or 2. Ugh. What? This isn't a husband. This isn't a father. This is somebody who provides like housing and food, and that's pretty much it. I didn't say provider because it doesn't provide everything. And he said that she couldn't handle finances and that she chose to be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, but he's handling the finances on everything too because she's too irresponsible to do it, which is another way of being financially controlling and abusive. He's a warden. There you go. And the upgrade car still is only 1 car. Yeah, which she should get, in my opinion. Get him a moped. Get him a scooter. There you go. A bus pass, moped, or scooter. Your choice, OP. Your choice. That's it. Your choice. Ask on 1 Brozo for me. You guys a piece of work. In the meantime, we hit the high bear goal. Heck yes. We unlocked the spicy story. I get to show you the thing I made. Heck yes. I'm so happy. Meanwhile, we're getting our villain music rocking here. Get jazzy on it in the number 1 spot for the High Bears: Bailey, Chapman, Amaldine, Shepard, Snow White, Queen, Laura, Litzel, Bella Teresa, Hostel, Cakes, Anise Moon, George, Nicely. Can I get a save on numbers 12 and beyond? Oh, Tony, I didn't even know you were over there. You just popped up and scared the hooey out of me. Sarah Barracuda, Luna Rose, Allie, Adrian, Emily Smith, Ellie again there, Love X, Isabel, Carreño, Kayla, Alicia, Carla, 82, Louise, Candy Thunder, Crispy Bacon, TF90, Fierce and Fabulous, Mad Drummer, Wendy Taylor, Adventures with Pam, Stanzilla. Oh, it just refreshed on me. It refreshed on me. Refreshed is another word I won't be using again. Stanzilla, Lexi Twinkle-Toes, Olivia and Sons, Jersey Blind Girl, Janice C, Yvette B01. We've got Regina Carr, Pam E. Crafts, the Boss BH, Kristen Gouillon, Carrie Riggin, Christopher Moore, sports writer wife, Twinkle Says, Mama Says So, got it right that time, heyo. Horn, Kayla Seeds, Denise Burkhardt, Jen here. We've got Bex Bam Bam, Cheyenne, aka 420, I'm sorry, Shay Renee, aka 420, Cherry Blossom, Theo Dino Rex, Alexia Marie, Dragon Cat 1979, Lisa Magical, and Danny's Vero. Thank y'all so much. We get the spicy story time. Heck yes. Spicy story and Caden Thunder appearance. Hey yo, next one is gonna unlock a confetti cannon. What are we doing for this? We're doing, yes. Confetti. All right, tiny dinies. We are going tiny diny time. Before we dive into that spicy story, let me bring him up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder!
Hi, it's me, Caden Thunder. I'm here. I don't have any cool facts. But you're always smelling your own lungs, but your brain just filters it out. You can also always see your nose, but your brain filters it out.
They also filter out the sound of
your organs moving inside of you. But your brain filters out the sound of your organs moving inside of you.
I don't know if any of those are true. There's stuff I saw on TikTok.
Yeah. I think these are facts. They're facts in my world. What about you? How are you guys doing? You just saw the Pillow Bean episode? Hey, that's awesome. That was a fun time recording that podcast. I'm glad you liked it. No more Caden facts. I don't even know if these are real, but let's assume they are for a moment. Oh my goodness, there's 2 chats. This is a lot.
Yeah, the 2 chats.
Yeah. You also see upside down, but your brain flips it. That's crazy.
What?
That's what chat says. Oh, yeah. So how are you guys doing? Oh, you've got an 8-month child shuffling in your organs. I wonder, when you're pregnant, can you hear the baby inside of you? Is that a thing that happens? It's just a thing that I wonder right now. Never really thought about it. So anyways, how are you guys doing? I asked them if you could hear the baby inside of you when you were pregnant. No?
Wait, you asked them that?
Yes.
You hear it?
Yeah, can you hear it? They can hear you, so maybe we can. Maybe your brain's just filtering out the baby inside of you. You don't know.
Huh.
I've never thought about it. You feel it. I figured that you felt it, but was I happy with the winners of the Love Island USA season 6 finale without spoiling anything? Decently. Was decently happy. I wasn't not happy.
I feel like I would hear if I ever carried a baby, I would hear the baby and the baby would be saying like, "Get a cosmic brownie. Eat lots of chocolate."
Do you know that your brain can't feel pain? You can do things you can pull your brain out and you wouldn't feel it. So anyways,
enter the conversation.
Yeah. Have you guys watched Long Legs yet? I want to talk about Long Legs real quick. Have you guys watched it, Long Legs? Let's talk about Long Legs. Let's talk about how long they are, the legs.
And
Mommy!
Nick Cage, right?
Make me!
It's so disturbing.
Let me in now, and it can be nice. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like.
It's creepy.
It's great.
It is definitely creepy.
It's great. You guys should watch it. There's no blood in my brain. Oh. I didn't know
Brain
that.
fluid, right?
Brain fluid. My brain's real fluid. Like,
So what is the Long Legs movie about?
it's about Nick Cage.
I mean, it's not about Nick Cage.
He's dressed, like,
Is it a horror movie?
yes, it's a horror movie.
Okay.
It's a crime horror movie, kind of, with elements of the supernatural. And Nick Cage is dressed like a, I don't know.
Weirdo.
Nick Cage doing Nick Cage things. Yeah, it's actually the sequel to that movie with him and Pedro Pascal. What's it called? The one where Nick Cage plays himself. It's actually the sequel to that. It's just a few years down the line.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
I don't think it's true at all.
You don't know until you watch it.
All right, spicy story time.
All right, goodbye.
Ladies
Goodbye.
and gentlemen, another awkward encounter with Caden Thunder. I haven't seen the Long Legs movie. The clips that I have seen are like incredibly disturbing. So, we'll see. Candy, CLKB. Many moons ago, when I was pregnant, I loved watching my baby move across my stomach. Yeah, that's cool. The Burden of Being Famous or something like that. Oh, Animal. Yeah, talking about the previous movie with Nick Cage. Yeah. This one is definitely not a sequel. It is. It looks disturbing. Yeah. Just do a YouTube search after the stream for Long Legs, and you'll see a trailer for it. It's wild. It is wild. Wait though, where does Caden Thunder fit on the Thunder family tree? He is my son. He is the oldest Thunder child. He is my son. He was my first. I was 20 when he was born. A young pup. All right, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, it's Dusty Thunder, and I have a special treat for you. It's not just a story. It's not just a Reddit story. It's not just a crazy story. This is a spicy story. And I made something. That's right. That's right. We've officially made it, folks. We have an animated intro for our spicy stories. That means we've made it. We've made it. We're here. Yep. It's fancy. We're officially fancy. Here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down. Burn down, burn down. Do what? That's the OnlyFans account intro? Oh, shit. You want to see it again? Okay. Hold on. I got to go back to the regular one. We'll do it again one more time. Here we go.
Don't say
Okay. Well, you said it. I was just repeating you. There it is. With the crackling fire sounds and everything, right? It's fantastic. Okay, I can't say the OF thing. Heard. We apparently don't have that conversation very often, so it's it's wild that we get in there. Yeah, the crackle sizzle sound. Heck yes. I made it myself. Got it at Target. Just kidding. I did not get that at Target. I like how my middle light is blue because it didn't get the message. Now let's go ahead and do this, and we'll get them all red lighted here, hopefully. Nope, it's given up on life. It's like, I'm going to stay blue. All right, we'll leave you blue. All right, here we go. Here is the spicy story. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Thinking My Mom's Reason for Missing My Wedding Was Absolute Bullshit? Oh. So, I see that OP is going just right for it into spicy land here with the title. All right, poll has started. Here we go again. Am I the astronaut for thinking my mom's reason for missing my wedding was absolute bullshit? I'm NTA. Mom missed the wedding. Like, it better have been a damn good reason. And if it was a damn good reason, I feel like OP wouldn't be calling it bullshit. We'll see. Yeah, NTA locked and loaded. Look at all this. We're running so hard at NTA, it probably means we're wrong. That's the fun of this game, though. Yeah, sick in an accident, There are very few things that would make this okay. Let's see if I can get that red light. That light to go red. Work with me. Hey! Hey, they're all red now. Now we're starting off on the right foot. All red lights. We're good. We're good. All right. 86% went in TA. We'll see what happens. Also, we're at 106% of the likes gold TikTok side. You all are awesome. Awesome. All right, here we go. My mom and I have never been very close. Growing up, I worshipped my dad, and she was just kind of there. That's odd. Then my parents went through a very messy divorce, cheating, revenge, corn, cut up clothes, no contact orders. I tried to stay out of it as my new stepmom was a lovely woman, and she makes my dad so happy. And she is always respectful to my mom. When it came time for my wedding, I did not want to pick a side, but my fiance, now wife, formed a great bond with my stepmom and involved her in the wedding planning. I'm not sure if this bothered my mom or not. The day before the wedding, we were all hanging out at the lake house we got married at. My dad and stepmom came to spend the morning with us, and my mom was supposed to arrive for lunch and then the rehearsal dinner. Everyone was drinking and having a bit too much fun, and I swear to God this was an accident, but my stepmom accidentally threw a handful of flour at my mom when she came in. She had been going for my dad, and I saw how horrified she looked. She apologized immediately, though, and of course my dad thought it was funny. My mom, not so much. She went to shower. Then she said she was going to Starbucks, and then she never returned. I sent her a bunch of texts, but she wasn't answering. I figured she would show back up the next morning, but no, she missed her own son's wedding because she got some flour in her hair. That was 2 years ago, and now she is getting married. Everything changed when she met him, and she expected everyone to pretend she wasn't a raging biznatch in between the divorce and meeting him. I told her I'm not going to the wedding as she couldn't be bothered to come to mine. My mom said I needed to understand how hard it was on her and how humiliating it was, and that she wasn't in a good place. She said she was so pissed about the flower, she probably would have ruined the weekend, and I should thank her. I said she needs to grow the hell up. Edit for context, stepmom never slept with dad until he got... Wait, never sleep? Stepmom never slept with dad until he got separated from mom. As they never slept, it's not an affair. Dad sent the sex tape of mom, a crime in a lot of the countries, to everyone in her job. Holy shit. This is familial abuse. The father for the cheating, revenge porn, etc., and the son/daughter-in-law for gaslighting her that she shouldn't show her emotions when humiliated. All right, this is whoa. Okay. Okay.
I was going to give you a run.
Caden Thunder's jumping in, ladies and gentlemen. She's got some juicy info for us here. Pop on in.
Okay. So this OP their account got deleted, so I can't get all of the comments, but basically dad was cheating with the woman that he married, so stepmom.
But they didn't have sex.
Yeah. So the wife found out. Wife then had an affair with her trainer, which the dad put a camera in the bedroom, filmed it, and sent it to everyone at his mom's job. And her son basically said that in the end, she was fine and she needed to get over what the dad did. The dad got in trouble, lost his ability to practice law. And so the mom had cut up dad's clothes. And so in retaliation, the dad sent the tape out to all of her colleagues, like her boss, all of her clients, everything.
We know some people going through messy divorce.
Yes.
This is next level.
This is higher up than the one we've been talking about. Yes. But I think the son. So I just wanted to give more context for how I'm sure the mom felt when she walked into this, what was going to be uncomfortable because it wasn't that long after the divorce. It was 2 months after the divorce was final.
Oh.
She walked in and got the first thing that happened to her was getting flour thrown in her face. And I think there's probably
her ex's mistress.
Yeah.
Basically.
And people laughing at her. And I'm pretty sure, in ESH, I'm pretty sure that a lot of us may not have been able to go back to that, having been through what she had just been through.
But my only Sour Patch Kid moment at her for this is saying that she's going to go to Starbucks and then be right back, and not telling her son that she was too embarrassed and needed to leave. I feel like that was shitty on her part, but I understand why she did everything she did, but she didn't have to lie to him.
So he has another post that was about this, and so I was going to get it for Tony and like combine the stuff. But yeah, his account got deleted, and I was like, so it's all just in here now, and I needed to. But it's just so it was a wild. I went down a rabbit hole hard on this one, and I tried to like recover it and do all of that stuff, and I could not because this is. This is just like a
Son
wild
did laugh
story.
too, and Son needs to be more empathetic. I'm sure that Son knows the whole story here. He's got to
Right.
know what happened because he knows about the
And he
messy
again,
divorce.
like in his comments, was saying that his mom basically just needs to get over it because everyone else has gotten over it. I'm like cutting up the dad's clothes, which mom should not have done, but cutting up the clothes versus sending out a tape of her where he literally lost his ability to practice law. Like that tells you how big of a thing, like like what he did was so wrong. Those are not comparable
No.
in my book. Those are what he did was highly illegal.
This is also the whole the tree remembers what the axe forgets kind of thing too.
Yeah.
The axe can't tell the tree to get over it.
Right.
Like it doesn't work like that.
So it was very messy, and I think
So NTA was wrong.
I think
mean,
everybody just sucks. This whole family.
Yeah,
just kind of
go ahead
sucks.
and do the honors, Candy Thunder. Hit that ESH button. There it is. Everybody
Okay.
sucks in this spicy
Nope.
story. Oh my gosh. Freaking wild. I mean, the backstory, the context backstory of like what happened in their divorce with the revenge corn and sending it out to everybody in her workplace. Like, wow. That's for cutting up his clothes. He did that.
They were very expensive.
Oh, the very night. I don't give a shit how expensive the clothes were. That's not. It doesn't justify sending out revenge corn videos to her entire workplace.
No. No, it's insane.
Wow. Yeah. ESH. ESH. So all of you who voted ESH, congratulations. You have chosen wisely. I might be able to see how many went that direction. I can. Holy cow. We had 8 people. We had 8 people on the TikTok side who voted ESH. So for you 8, you all are right on the money. You're seers. It's wild. It's wild. Okay, I think that will do it for us for the day here. We're going to get set up for the VIP stream to go to both YouTube members of the Gosh Heck and Thunder crew, and members of the Storm, the TikTok side VIPs. In the meantime, Cicely, Holly Elizabeth, Rosie. Cicely, again, they're sending a bunch of different stuff through there. Thank you so much for that. Asila Chatterbox. Is it Asila or Asila Chatterbox? I'll go with that. Roberta Snyder, Bailey Chapman dropping 150 of the Tiny Dinies. Heck yes. Lexi Twinkle Toes, Candy Hearts, Lady M, Jerry Legoforth, Lindsay, Capuala, Tamby Sweet, Pam E, Cicely again there, Tamby Sweet, JJ, Olivia Marie, Delicate by Lou, Allie, Tawny, Melanie, Grey Dragon Fox Gaming, Geo Pixie, Brendan Bernardi, Christian Museum Girl. Thank you all so much. Always a fun time. Danielle, thanks for being here. Yoko, thanks so much. Not that Ellen. Of course, always have a blast. Saw your comment about the Blended Family podcast too, by the way. If we end up doing something like that, yeah, you guys will definitely get the head nod on that one. And Kizanara, thanks for the share there. Greatly appreciate it. Risa, thanks so much. Yes, YouTube members, watch out, because here in about 15 minutes, you should get a notification that we're going live for YouTube members. Both sides. First time. Here we go. All right, we'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out with us. Reminder, next stream will be Saturday night, and then we will not have a Wednesday stream next week. However, we are planning to do a surprise stream on the beach at some point. We've done equipment tests already. Like we've got it figured out. We know what we're gonna do. We just don't know when we're gonna do it. Be on your toes for the surprise beach stream next week. In the meantime, we'll see you Saturday night at 9 p.m. on both sides again. And then it'll be surprise stream time. See you on VIP here shortly. Have a great week. Stay Astronaut free, or try to, at the very least. Hey, also, Lisa Marie, welcome to the Gosh Heckin' Fam Summer Baloo with the Gosh Heckin' Fam member as well. Godzuki, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.